there's 1,000 ways to do deals. And I think being open to that, being curious around what the person on the other side of the table is thinking and what their wants and desires are in doing a deal where it can be a win-win. Thinking about things creatively. I mean, yeah, there's certain deal structures for certain deals, but there's also things you never thought of. I bought a printing and mailing company in 2006 when I was like 26, and I was so focused on what the purchase price was because I thought that's what I had to negotiate. It's like, who cares what the price is? Worry about the terms. Worry about how much cash. Worry about what you're going to do with the business and how you're going to grow it and what the opportunity looks like versus what everyone focuses on, which is what's that price? What's that? Yeah. What am I going to pay for it? So I don't know. You kind of learn those over after doing. It's like batting practice. You got to you got to swing your bat a bunch of times to be able to hit the ball consistently.
That's the bottom line. You got to get reps in.
You got to do deals.
I'm negotiating investors right now for Real Deal Wellness right now. And this is a territory that really I haven't been in because I've never had investors before. So I'm in an area where I have not been in this situation. So I brought in a guy who's one of our customers here. He's now my business development guy. That he's done these for 25 years. So he's now in my corner because I know when I'm in over my head of something that I haven't done before. Now he's helping me with the whole thing and negotiations and the terms and all this stuff. That's what I did because when I realized, okay, this is not my territory yet. Right, I'm still learning it. At 54, I'm like a child.
Yeah.
54, I'm like literally just getting started.
But I think that's the important point. I think that's one of the things when you get older, or when I've gotten older, I feel like successful people, when they get older, if they get more narrow in how they're thinking about things and less curious, and they think that they're always right. Oh, I've done it like this before. It's always going to work like that. Right. I think that's where people get stuck. I think that's why there's this, in society, if we're just using broad strokes, there's people that are just like locked into their point of view and are unwilling to have the conversation. It drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I don't care if we disagree. We should still be able to have a conversation around it without, it turning into, I got to block you or, just like, I don't know. I wish there would be more curiosity with people as they get older and thinking about different deals, or that there are 100 ways to do the same thing.
And here's the thing that you and I, we've all heard this over and over and over and over. We'll stamp it in again. The only way that you're going to become massively successful, entrepreneurship, business, whatever, especially in entrepreneur business, but I'm talking sports, everything, but let's just talk entrepreneur business, success, finances, is if you are 100%, no matter how old, no matter how much you've done, no matter how much experience you've had, that you are still 100% teachable and curious.
Yeah.
You knowing your limits, knowing self-awareness. How important is it to have self-awareness, knowing what you're good at, what you're not good at? Check your ego aside. It's everything. And then being coachable and teachable. Still, like me, look at me. I'm 54. I've had a business for 20 years. We've done millions in sales, whatever. But I know that I'm a child. I'm a squirrel trying to get a nut. So I brought in a business guy who's sold companies, scaled them, built them, sold them, scaled them, everything. I brought him in. I have no problem.
Smart. I think one of the biggest things, one of the pivotal moments in my career as a CEO was being in a young growing company, and I got to a certain point where I knew I didn't know how to continue to build it. And I remember being at the time, I felt this. It's like an imposter syndrome where you're like, I'm the wrong CEO for this job, and instead of letting that take over, I said I'm going to go get coaching. So I've been in a CEO group since it's probably 16 years.
Wow.
I just joined another one in YPO. A year ago. And so I have two different groups of CEOs. So I've seen a lot of CEOs over the years, and that common thread of success and scale was truly checking your ego, being open and curious as to how do I continue to get better, and that they're okay with progress over perfection. I mean, that is really an important one too, where you launch a product, it's not going to be perfect. You try something different in business, and then you have to pivot and iterate on it and change it and grow. You hire the wrong person. It's okay. You failed. You can either coach them or coach them up or coach them out.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of leaders, a lot of leadership, and there's a lot of different styles to it. There's not one size fits all.
No.
And so there's not one answer to your problem. There's multitude of answers, and you're going to pick which answer you believe is best to solve it. And then don't be so hung up on it that you don't pivot if that's the wrong answer. Like that ability to kind of bob and weave and shake and move and, not be so married to one idea. That's success, or at least it gives you the best option.
And I see so many people in business that are just so egotistical, set in their ways. And I'm like, man, this person is not going to go further than this. It's not possible. You have got to open your mind. You know, something I love doing is I've got a 24-year-old girl that runs the studio for me. I've got a 64-year-old and now a 40-year-old. And the 24-year-old on a daily basis, I say, hey, something that I know I could do, like we bring in a new supplement package, like, okay, we got an NAD+, we've got glutathiones, we have this whole new supplement. I was like, hey, I know what these do, but here, let me give you this. You run with this. Go on ChatGPT, whatever you need to do, form me a packet, give me something that we can give to the clients to educate them on. Give me a bullet points of each one, the science, the history, the benefits, the pricing, the dosage, when's the best time to take. Run with it. Show me what you got.
Right.
I can do all that. And I let her run with it. I let the other girl run with it. I give them these projects where I know I can do it, but then they have ownership over it. Then I also see, okay, who are we working with here? How good is my leader? Does she have innovation? Does she take the initiative? Is she passionate about it? Does she come up with it? Does she make it happen quickly? Or, hey, by the way, a week later, hey, are you, yeah, you know what? I didn't get around to that yet. Okay.
Right.
It's almost like little, I don't know why I'm getting off on this tangent.
No, it's good. The other thing, too, is that you have a diverse opinion group, like, right?
Yes,
you can, in age and experience. So where if you're giving them all something, you can get back. You're not going to get the same exact answer from everyone. And also, too, your business it's diverse. You're going to have people that are going to be younger and older, and then they are going to want and need different things. So it's important to have that pull, like your hand on that, to be able to figure out how to touch people in the right way. How to touch people in the right way.
On the tip.
Clearly. So I like that. I think that's smart.
And I just and how much do you do this? Like I'll actually ask her 24-year-old, 30 years could be my kid, opinions on, because she's up with what's happening right now in her age group, and we have a ton of 20-year-olds that come in. I'm like, well, what do you think about this? If it were you, how would you run this? So how much do you do that, and how important that is for CEOs, for leaders to look at their organization and say, hey, not only empower them, but saying, hey, run with this. Let me see what you got. Hey, here's the project. Run with it.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to give you any parameters. Just run with it.
Yeah. So that is one thing that I've started to do a lot more is figure out what's the most important thing, and then someone's going to quarterback. Someone's responsible for this objective or this project. Versus I was involved in everything. I think that's right. As we've scaled and gotten over 100 employees, you just have to continue to make yourself replaceable in every. You're orchestrating it, but you're not playing an instrument anymore. You're making sure that we're all moving in the right direction. We're all speaking the same language. We're performing. There's dashboards, or there's key performance indicators. There's ways in which you're evaluating the health of the business by not being involved in every meeting, every project, so that I think is something that comes with time, where you're saying, okay, I have to back off of how involved I am in certain areas. Because if you're going to scale, there's no possible way. There's
no possible way, and it's so crazy because right now we're filming for a while now, and so she's running my wellness center out here by herself. Normally in the past, I'd be like, oh man, if I'm not involved with every touch point, talking to all the customers, educating them, but I'm such at ease now because I've relinquished control in that area to let somebody else thrive, somebody else flourish, and run the show. Like, that's something that has taken me a long time, Casey, to grow and mature, and letting someone else run the show and without me being involved.
I mean, that has to feel good though, right? Like,
great.
I mean, it's just different than you being involved in every single thing. Yeah, no, that's the only way to scale. We're talking about scaling. Yeah. That's it.
The only way to scale. Let's break it down from. We start with the initial leader, right? You get the initial leader, and this is for every business, I think, because I did the same thing here. I found my home run right away within the first couple of months. I'll say her name publicly, Mia. Mia, she was 23. She's now 24. She's running the studio. She can run her own location right now. If somebody, she got I told her, along the way, this is on the table for you. If you want to find investors, somebody in your family, whatever, that wants to put in for the franchise, and you run it, you could run your own spot right now. So that my training for her said, listen, I'm going to train you on how to run a business. So the point is, find your home run, that one leader, like, which we talked about this a while. But then how do you build it? Then the building that around them, the culture starts with us first, the one leader, and then how important to build the culture around them.
I'm going to pivot into a different direction because we talked a little bit about culture, but one of the things I'm struggling the most with is the organization around scaling. So the documentation, and basically you exactly. So operationally, that's not something I like to do. Like, right, I want my operations to be what I call the new venture escrow way. So the new venture way is we have a brand, we have a brand promise, we have a people, a culture. Those are all the things I like to do. But the new venture way on how we're doing operations, we have to level up. And we've struggled with that because I don't like doing that, right? And it's almost like, but if you want to build a franchise model, this is going to be like, you already know you can grow it, right?
Yeah.
You're going to I build this amount of machines, it's going to hit this amount of revenue.
Yeah, right.
This is going to be the cost structure. This is how you market it. This is
got
how you price it. You got all of it.
All of it.
But if it's only in Mia's head or your head, you're going to fail in the fourth or fifth time you scale because you're not going to be there. And so everything needs to be, we're going to do a lease like this. It's going to be in this space. This is how we're going to hire for that first hire. This is how we're going to build the equipment out. This is how it's going to look and feel. Like, that has been an eye opener. Like, because right now I do all the spaces, I do all the recruiting, but I'm like, what if I win the lottery? Am I going to, right? Because so the thing is like, I need to document and replace myself in all of these areas. And so we've used Palm Springs as that. We used Orange County, but Palm Springs is really the one where, like, document everything. There is a standard of how we operate that we're going to make sure everyone knows in the operation.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure our ops team, if I want to open up an office in LA or Northern, whatever, it's going to look like this. It's going to feel like this. It's
pretty much like a franchise model.
Exactly.